Live.
Get that online
Oh,
set.
right. It is 7:30. I should go reblog the post again to let the peoples know.
Yep.
I should let
reblogged
people-
and posted on my end. And there's the video. Yay, OBS. Thank you, OBS. Thank you for not breaking OBS.
A rare statement in this day and age.
Hey, Gator.
Oh god. Is Magna? Is Malo? Are you some kind of jokester? I do this. I do this.
Alright.
But no, yeah. Give me a second to get the chat up so I can... Un momento, por favor. What are you messing with?
Uh-oh. Hold on. Have to... It's weird I can't save, like, a preset thing for when I'm making a lobby. I have to, like, adjust the settings every single time, so hold on. Give me a minute.
Damn you, lobby making.
Alright, there we go. Lobby is up with the same password as usual.
The usual password of number redacted.
So I was looking at the DLC for this game the other night.
Yeah, gotta look sometime.
And most of it's pretty standard, like character customization stuff of all additional hairstyles, additional face paint. What I was surprised to see was you can just get NPCs as layered armor costumes and get their specific voice lines for your character voice. So you could just play as any given NPC in the game.
Yes, play as your wife.
Yeah, as what is it?
Well, one of them.
Well, you could play as Hinoa, you can play as Minoto, you could play as Fugen, or Utsushi, or any of the Sunbreak Knights. There's only voice things for a bunch of characters I've never heard of, like, oh, here's this character that is Fugen's niece, voiced by this actor, and like, I don't know this character, and like, should I know this character? I don't ever remember hearing this character's name at any time.
Yes.
Do you remember what the name is there? Does it actually name Fugen's niece?
Yes! Like, it gives her a name, like, Fugen's niece so-and-so, voiced by this actress. And it's like, I've never heard of this actress, nor have I ever heard of Fugen having a niece. Where's this coming from?
Fugen has siblings?
Or there's another character that's like, I forgot her name, but one of the free DLC was the voice of, the leader of the royal something or other. It's like, is this a character I just haven't been told about? Because, like, you're talking about this character like this is someone I should know from playing Monster Hunter Rise, and they're not. And there's also, like, voice packs for, like, the non-combatant characters, like Bahari, the scientist from Sunbreak.
Yeah,
or
Bahari
Yomogi
PJ.
or Iori, the kids. You can make your adult character have the voice of one of the children.
Yeah, I'm looking at the
Baby
DLC
face,
list
but-
now, and I'm seeing like Hunter voice Kagami. Kagami's the head of the Royal Secret Service. Yeah, no, that's not a character in game.
Oh, so they're just making up characters now. Okay.
Yeah, they're just from the cloth inventing OCs to give voices, to make unique voices for.
Like, I kind of appreciate the world building, almost, but at the same time, what?
Yeah, those.
Wait, who's Ego Raptor? Also, hello, Mordredson.
Yeah, you caught me off guard with that one, Mordredson. Who's Ego Raptor?
As in, who's he playing? I know it's Aaron Hansen is the name,
Wait, is Kagami the Egoraptor? Because that's what I was mentioning.
Is he the one listed? Is he listed as being voiced by Aaron Hansen?
Wow.
Yes, Kagami.
Let's see.
Do you want to play as notable guy that
who
doesn't like video games in your video game?
For someone who plays video games a lot, yeah, he doesn't like video games.
Oh, I was talking about it with friends that, like, there was an episode of Game Grumps where he's just like, yeah, I started in making, like, the cartoons on, like, Newgrounds and stuff out of spite because people told me that video games were a waste of time, and I wanted to prove them wrong. And so I made the cartoons, and I started Game Grumps, and then over time I realized, yeah, I don't really like video games. But it's my business now.
God damn. Also,
I
skill
found
issue.
Fugin's niece. Her name is Monju. That is not a character in game.
Yeah, that doesn't. Actually, you're gonna tell me what.
That one is Hibasa, who's voiced by ProZD.
Yeah, that's another one I saw. It's like, oh, ProZD, the Vine guy.
Her not appearing in this game.
Yeah.
Next, you're gonna tell me there's one in there voiced by fucking Kira Buckland, aka Rina-chan.
What the one DLC that I was actually really tempted to get was you could get layered armor to make your character Palico and Palamute look like Minato's like kind of low quality scribbly drawings.
Oh no! Minato, your drawings have come to life! Is it bad that my first thought when you said low quality was fucking Doodle Bob from SpongeBob?
No, it's on that level.
Oh god.
Yeah, no, like it is a super low poly, low detail, like you have a flat face with drawn on eyes and mouth.
Mahoy Manoy.
Alright, so what's up on the list? Because I think we still need to do your
Scholar needs to do the rampage again.
Yeah.
Because I forgot to talk to people before we did it. My IRL cat has decided I need to pay attention to her right now.
Foxes are good. They are
Foxes are good.
animal.
Fluffy tail also. On the plus side, we will get plenty of materials out of this, but at the same time, sorry about this.
No worries. The other funny thing I saw in the DLC was there are layered weapons to turn each weapon type into some kind of monster plushie.
Now all I can think of is Scotty Arknight's skin that has the whale.
Yeah, it is that. Exactly.
Nice.
Like, it's, for Great Sword, it is a Rathalos plush that you hold by, like, the tail, and then the blade is its fire breath.
Okay, understandable.
I think there was a Diablos hammer plushie, where you hold it, again, like, by the tail, and then its oversized head and horns make up the actual, like, striking part of the hammer. They were very silly. There was also a free DLC, get a layered armor that just turns your dog into a miniature Velkhana.
I would like to domesticate a Velkhana.
Like, it is just a dog-sized Velkhana costume for your dog.
Does everybody have a ballista?
Yes.
Ballista, armed.
Make sure we have. Yeah, this one's great. Ballista. This one,
Yes,
and
hello?
replace it with a defender.
頼むぞ
All
I
right.
cannot. Anyone who says cats don't love us is ridiculous. I have a cat who is yowling right now because I was not petting her.
取るぞ取られるぞ
Yeah, there's a video I saw the other day on Tumblr that was like a woman's like getting home from work or something, and like her cat can hear her approaching, and it is just yowling and screaming as she gets closer to the door, and then the instant the door is open, it's just like meow, and just very completely happy and like rubbing against her leg.
Yes.
Like you would think this cat sounds like it's dying when the lady's like on the other side of the door and trying to get her keys, but as soon as the cat can see her, everything is fine.
Did one of you shoot the platform I'm on?
Shoot the what?
Wait, did it actually hit you? I fired off a
I
crag shot.
noticed it impact the side of the platform.
Yeah, I shot one of the explosive shots so I could just make it reload before the next wave.
Yeah, it didn't do damage to me or anything, but I noticed it because I saw it hit the side of the platform.
This new horde bird thing.
So, can you hit that Katana with a retreat shot?
What?
Oh wait, it's not. Alright. Buddy.
One day I will actually get the reflexes down for guarding against things. One day I will have reflexes.
The monsters were not ready to be sumo slapped.
They never are.
危険です
Nope.
So the big elite monster with the gold thing cannot be retreat shotted.
Is that the thing that makes things just go away immediately?
Retreat
No,
shot
what
is the
it
one
does,
that
it pushes
forces
them
an
back.
immediate flinch.
Ah.
Yeah, the crag shot is the one that can stun them if you hit them in the head. The retreat shot, if you hit them in the head, forces them back.
Well, it's not even in the head, it's just the retreat shot, if you hit them anywhere, will cause an immediate, like, stagger and interrupt what they're doing.
Oh! I do not like this big Tetranodon or whatever.
止まらないね
Oi!
これでよし
I feel like we're doing a lot better in this one than we were in the last one.
Oh, we've unlocked a machine cannon.
Heavy machine gun.
急いで
Heavy machine gun.
頼りにしてるぞ
Oh, that is just straight up a Gatling gun.
Yes!
There is.
God damn.
Listen, Conrad has had to innovate quickly to deal with the yearly stampede of monsters.
I mean, we do have
It's
guns.
basically the same thing as the roaming ballista in Whirl.
Just with gunpowder and cannon shot. I mean, I think the concept for a Gatling gun is surprisingly old, actually.
里に帰るまでが防衛だよ。
Ooh, did you not pull?
Ah! Poke, poke!
交流を始める。遂げたぞ。いい総流だったな。
What happened to my machine cannon?
Oh.
Oh,
Look, you were not there at the moment.
still rude.
里を守ってくれ。
I wanted my turn with the Gatling cannon.
ドカンと行くかい。いつでも起爆できるぞ。
They have gotten through the first gates.
これでよし。
Things are not looking good, sports fans. Got two Pisarios coming down center field.
And I can't even make a joke about how it's me coming in with the steel chair.
So I'm pretty sure that the counter signal, like the gong, only works on regular attacks. I haven't noticed it affecting, what do you call it?
It does not affect emplacements.
Yeah.
Because you do the same damage regardless.
So when the counter signal goes, that's your sign to get in there and beat them to death with your bare hands.
Or beat them to death with hammers.
Bare hands is limited to very specific sword and shields that don't actually have a shield.
Or, you know, when Arzuros is part of the group.
突撃だ。 ご苦労さん。頼りにしてるぞ。一緒に止めよう。
Beloved mascots. Oh, tail.
Yeah, you have to remember, I'm using a master rank weapon for these low rank rampages, so with the counter signal up, I'm dealing like 800 damage a swing.
Not gonna lie, I was not expecting to actually mount a monster, but not gonna complain.
Bicentennial Night March of 1,000 Demons, yeah!
This is basically the March of 1,000 Demons, isn't it?
Yeah, because that's the whole theme of Rise, is we've got yokai monsters and we're dealing with the Night of 1,000 Demons.
It's just that,
Technically it's 100 Yakiako, not Semi-Yako.
true. I can make a worse statement about it. Japanese Wild Hunt.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but it feels
Especially when we
reductive to call
add
it.
Magnamalo into the mix, which is just chasing everything in sight down to try and kill it.
Ah, the hunting hounds of the Fae. But no, yeah, it feels... Even if it is an accurate comparison, it still feels reductive to call it that, in my opinion.
Who do you think we are, Cambo?
What do you think we are? The English?
Hey, S rank.
Oh, yeah.
I got a weekend plate.
Tickets.
Tickets
Rathian webbing.
that are used to make a weapon that is only good in Rampage mode.
Hmm.
I don't remember ever doing much at all with the, like, ramp-up stuff.
Yeah, no, like, all the stuff you get from doing Rampages is solely to make things that are only
Good
used
for
in Rampages. Like, it is entirely an isolated, contained, separate minigame to justify the rest of the game happening.
It is the plot motivator.
Well, the thing is, like, you can put a rampage skill on a weapon, and that's sort of like, some of the Sappy stuff, or the augments from World. But
those stop
I don't think
working
you can
once
even
you get
do
to
that
Master
in
Rank.
Swim Break, so... yeah. Like, ooh, I can put 6% more affinity on this, Rank 2 Izuchi Sword and Shield. Ooh! And the other is just like, oh, I can get damage bonus to small monsters.
Oh, that's necessary.
Really just gotta stick it to those fucking Jagras.
They've had it too good for too long.
If for some reason you're really having trouble with the flunky Izuchi when you fight a great Izuchi, for some reason, I guess.
Fuck this Izuchi in particular.
I believe you should have unlocked the next, like, level of hub quests.
Yeah, I think so.
We still have to do 2 more for that, because we got the Rampage thing, like, 2 out of 4 into 2-star hub quests. Oh hey, if we want to have a bad time, we can hunt Basarios.
How bad a time we talking?
Bad.
Do you like it when your weapon
Basarios.
bounces off?
Yeah. Do you
Although
like
it's
it when
not
you're
as
allowed to
bad
play the button
in,
properly?
It's not as bad in Rise as it used to be.
Still. Oh, yes, the path to royalty. Hunter Rathian.
We should do this Volvidum.
Reinventing the wheel. Oh, yeah. Mr. Noroku put it. Fuck these jobbers. Can't even have they're great in their name.
So, I'm not sure if it was just a particular interaction. Oh, Scholar, I think, Izolyn already posted a quest.
Yeah.
Oh. Fuck!
Holy shit!
Thank you.
Thank you, Izolyn, that's very nice of you.
I didn't realize the quest had already been put.
But yeah, the whole deal with Basarios is it is the juvenile form of Gravios, which is the big rock monster from the first game. And Basarios' gimmick is that in order to survive to becoming that large, it hides underground and covers itself in rocks to try and blend into the environment. And as such, it is covered in rocks that your weapon will bounce off of.
Oh no. Oh hey, fish swimming through sand.
Good old Delex. I remember those stupid things from from Try.
Okay, I think a Garchomp could survive in the Monster Hunter universe.
Oh, yeah, Garchomp would have a wonderful time.
And you just use a big pickaxe to break through. Not a pickaxe, but bombs are certainly effective.
Bombs?
Bombs are always presented as the best way to deal with Basarios and Gravios. Just blow them the fuck up. Because bombs dealt fixed damage and were not affected by a monster's defense.
Oh. Hello, Spirit Birds.
So essentially the gimmick was, with both Gravios and Basarios, was, if you managed to deal enough damage to, like, their chest or belly, you would crack through the plating and straight up just expose the musculature underneath and create a weak point you could effectively attack.
Ugh.
But that required a lot of damage when you were bouncing off. So the fastest way to do that was to just drop bombs to blow open the chest so that you could actually attack the meat underneath.
So that does make sense, admittedly. Like, I get the logic is very sound and understandable. But also, that does sound a little annoying.
Yeah. Yeah. So the later games introduced the idea of essentially Gravios and Basarios heating up and softening parts of their armor when they use their volcanic super hot attacks. So
I guess, like...
The idea was first introduced in Try with Agnactor, was a lava serpent, which would, as it swam through molten rock, get bits of, lava and magma stuck to it that would harden as it climbed out and they were cooled by the air. But then would heat back up again and become attackable once it used one of its heat attacks or if it dug again.
Hello, Puke Puke.
I also really liked Agnactor. Agnactor was great.
Yeah, and we will also see the small monster form of Agnactor in this game, the same way that in the Snowy Islands you have, what's it?
Zamites.
Yeah. Oh, hey, there's a rock lizard. I need to take a picture of that for the wire bug guy.
Hello, Gut. Escurgo.
Yeah, that cures the status ailments.
Yeah, so I'm definitely keeping a hand on one.
Oh no, the Escurgo creates a healing area. The one that cures status effects is the Antidobra.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds like a cobra you want to get bit by.
Yeah, it is. It is a cobra that cures poison.
That feels counterproductive to how snakes are supposed to work. Oh hey, it's an armadillo.
Oh, did not sleep.
Very angry, very evil armadillo.
People, of the three sort of fanged beast monsters that were introduced in Try, people like Volvidon the least.
I think I can see why.
Oh, don't worry, it hasn't shit on you yet.
Wait, what?
警戒しろ。注意して。
Fart gas attack!
I'm sorry?
That inflicts stench. Do you know what stench does?
You told me, but I do not remember now.
When you try to use a healing item, it will take longer because you will gag.
Yeah,
Ah, right.
stench prevents you from using any item that you would have to eat, as your character gags from the smell.
That's gross.
Oh, and it has paralysis.
Yeah, it
That's
has the
Yeah, no, that's
paralysis.
What's the cure? Cure?
Yeah, it spits paralysis goo. It has the fart gas that knocks you back and stops you from using healing items. And also, it moves around a lot. Like, you might have noticed, it likes to roll into a ball and reposition constantly. All of these things combine to make everyone say, fuck this thing in particular.
You are a disgrace to the humble armadillo. You must die.
People are fond of Arzuros and Legambi, but no one likes Volvidon.
Steve is stun break specific, right?
Steve? Oh, like
Seregios?
Seregios? Yeah, Seregios is
Yeah.
Master Rank only.
Bot detected.
Hold on, let me kill that. There we go.
Oh, it's rolling away.
Well, the Delex are here. I might as well take a few. Wow, Delex look like they're kind of assholes.
Oh yeah, they are.
Well, they can apparently spit water plate at you.
Yep.
Where are they getting the water?
No idea. So Delex are the evolution of a monster from the first game called Cephalos, which were hammerhead sand sharks. So they were the first iteration of the Piscine, like, fish wyvern, in that they were bipedal, but their wings were more like fins, they had dorsal fins like a shark, and they had the wide, like, hammerhead, like, shape. And they were the sort of ambient sand monster that you would encounter in the desert areas.
Yeah,
So-
and if you remember it from stories, we saw Stephadrome there.
Yeah,
Which
and
is
Cephadrome
the-
was just a particularly large Cephalos that with black scales.
Yeah, so basically it was the great Izuchi to the other Izuchi. Which, because those used to be like the whatever drones and not great whatever.
Yeah,
I think the great title worked better, yeah.
So like you have Velociprey and then Velocidrome.
yeah. Which were just, hey, here's this exact same monster, like small monster, it's just larger and has more health. And Cephalos are very annoying, however, because they had an attack where they would reposition to face you, then leap a very long distance, and if they touched you while flying like that, you would immediately get paralyzed.
Oh, of course.
And Cephadrome, in particular, was very annoying about that, because it would do that sort of lunge fly from very long distances with very little warning, because most of the time it was completely covered in sand and all you saw was the fin.
Ah. Well, I can see why there would be a creature that does that in real life if such a thing could exist. Nonetheless, horrible.
But yeah, in Tri, they were sort of reworked into the Delex, which are just fish with really big fins, instead of an entire, like, shark wyvern. And they fill the exact same role of annoying sand swimmer.
Went to go see what the last monster on that map was, and it was Kulu.
Good old Barb.
Alright, let me go talk to the guy to get more great wire bugs. Ooh, 8 of them. Nice.
Into my optional subquests.
Yeah, have you placed any great wire bugs, Scholar?
I do not believe I have, no.
Yeah, so as you go around a map, you will sometimes find jewel lilies,
Oh,
where
though.
you can great wire bugs, and from then on, you can go to that great wire bug, and it'll launch you across the map.
Ah. The biggest wire bug.
Yeah, it's a fast travel shortcut system.
Yeah, distinct from like when you find the location of a new camp that you can actually literally fast travel to, but yeah.
My strongest memory of Delex was in Tri, when you were hunting Gen Moran, which was the big siege monster of that game, which was a sand whale. You'd be on a boat that was like a sand ship that was like going through the sands alongside Gen Moran, and like shooting it with ballistas and cannons. When it got close enough, you could jump off of the boat onto Gen Moran's back to attack like weak spots on its spine, or run up to the very ends of its tusks to plant bombs. It was my favorite siege monster.
That does sound cool.
But as you were on the boat, Delex would follow behind Gen Moran in like huge schools, and they would jump up and flop onto the boat as you were trying to hunt Gen Moran. Yeah, you could also use a pickaxe to mine scales off of Gen Moran. Gen Moran also had a very, very cool cinematic part of its fight in which it would go underneath the sand and disappear, and then you'd see it way up ahead in front of you, like breach once, breach twice, heading towards you, and then it would jump up and try to breach, like, the sand and land onto the boat, and you had to specifically save the Dragonator for when it was doing that to spear it as it was trying to crush the boat.
Oh.
Anyways, the Volvodon armor actually looks pretty neat. Specifically good for weapons that morph, because it has the rapid morph skill.
Yeah. Yeah, I do have to admit that the Volvodon armor does look good.
Not bad for Fart Lord Supreme.
Like, it's got this... The Volvodon has this very, like, fitting aesthetic for the game. Which, like, it's weird, because the Volvidon armor has always looked like this, but it looked so out of place for the kind of monster it is. Whereas, like, in this game, where there's a heavy, like, focus on the sort of Japanese aesthetic with the yokai, the Volvidon armor looks very fitting.
It does, actually. That's pretty good looking.
And, like, the same is true for the buddy equipment you can get from it. Like, you could get little fox masks for your buddies, and the weapons are lanterns.
Alright, the feline baggy set, which makes it look like a small policeman.
Oh yeah,
Thank
both
you,
the truncheon
buddy
has
sets
sleep
for
on
Great
it.
Boggy are both like, well, what's all this then?
Right, you got a license for that?
Straight
Yeah,
up gives them like nightsticks and
Yeah.
the particular like round constable helmet.
Order.
Yeah, and it has sleep on it because baggy, so he can actually beat the opponent unconscious with it. Meanwhile, the feline Tetranodon weapon is a super soaker.
どのクエストになさいますか？お気をつけて。
よいしょ。
All the Volvidon weapons are paralysis. And tragically, Volvidon is like the only source of paralysis in this entire game.
Heartbreaking.
Okay, there's also some insect weapon from like the smaller bugs, but that also involves getting parts from the small bugs.
Hmm.
You got the entomologist skill.
But there's also some of the feline equipment. But those are very few and far between. Like the cat switch axe.
Are any of those actually any good?
They're not the best. They have pretty much always been gimmick weapons.
Yeah.
Like, the switch axe one is not available until high rank, and it barely has any blue sharpness and lower than average damage.
Yes.
Because the gimmick is that it does paralysis. Paralysis is not super available in Rise.
Hmm. Eat a meal.
Anyways, pick a new quest when you're ready, Scholar.
Oh, yeah. We'll get there when we get there. Alright.
That's the guild crossing. Oh, that's right. The Baroth switch axe also had a the single instance of paralysis file.
Let's see. We got Puke, Baroth, Basarios, and Rathian.
Let's do Basarius, since you haven't seen Basarius before.
I am terrified. But
Alright,
okay.
Let
It's
me
not
make
bad.
sure I have barrel bombs. See you, Mordred Simp.
Yeah, you have a good...
Okay. Have a good night.
いつでも出られるぞ。急いで済ませる。
Again, Guildmaster Hojo, what are you plan? What exactly is the plan here?
またどうぞ。
Oh, don't worry about it.
I'm going to worry about it even harder now. Why are you teaching this monster hate?
Don't taunt the toad with knives for a face.
Do not taunt the toad full of things like hatred and value and prizes and quite a lot of hatred.
They actually give you easy barrel bombs for this.
Wow.
Yeah, they know. The best way to deal with Basarios is to send it to hell with explosives.
It goes to hell before it dies.
Yeah,
前進。
man, it's a good
What's
thing.
the other thing that isn't Basarios or Kulu?
It is a Baroth on this map.
Ah,
That makes sense.
actually, that gives me an idea. That's something else we can use to maybe break some Basarios bits.
Let us hit it with a hit it with another motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can go grab that bear off.
Oh hey, there's a crevice in this wall.
There might be goodies inside. Treasures.
Gloam grass and crystals. And a cactus.
この
So
調子
those
でいくぜ。
cactus, they're valuable. Give you points.
Something yelled.
Bear off.
Yeah, they do that. My cat is making noise at me. Yeah, they do that.
It really is funny how fast you can make monsters just book it across the map with wyvern riding.
Now I just need to make sure I bring it to the right area. Alright, sucker. I have a steam train and I'm not afraid to use it.
Uchum.
かかってきな。見つけた。
They describe this place as a white, lifeless wasteland, but no, this looks like a pretty, ecologically,
総流マスター。
I forget what I'm trying to say, but basically it looks like it's got a pretty decent ecosystem to me.
ほら行くぞ。
As usual, people are very biased against deserts. Simply
Yeah.
because they are arid.
Oh, hello, Bear. No,
Bear
wait,
off
no.
will hopefully soften the tide for us with Water Blade. So we are going to balance it until that runs out.
Oh, that's what Water Blight does. I kept forgetting. What does Water Blight do?
And now the Water Blade is gone.
これはどうだ。
Just because the desert is hell does not... Just because the desert is hell does not mean we can act like it doesn't have things living in it. Also, I have no idea where I'm going. God damn.
Oh, did you end up underground? So you haven't made it up here yet?
Yeah, I went the wrong direction.
Yeah, I tried chucking some barrel bombs at it, but it's hard to be out of range of the barrel bomb explosion when you're using the wire bugs. Oh, I think Viserios might be coming towards you, Scholar, because
Yeah, it
it's gone underground.
just went down.
Oh, and of course, the moment I get up here is the moment it does that. Asterios,
Alright.
I hate you.
Do you see my yellow arrow?
I see
Scholar?
your name, yes.
Oh, one of the little bugs is trying to breathe fire on Basarios. And it belly flopped and crushed it.
Oh.
One of the arachnoids.
Yep. This is why Arachnikadaki has to produce so many larvae. The little things will just kill themselves, trying to attack larger monsters.
Ah, this motherfucker.
See if you can get Viserios back over here.
Always tired.
I feel like a hammer this big should be able to get rocks off of this thing.
There we go. I think that's the chest?
Yep, that's the chest spray.
Spicy farts.
And there's the face. Alright, so it now has weak spots.
Oh, hello again, Beryl.
Baroth is, Baroth says, I are upset when it are not about me.
No, not really. They don't really do that much in this game.
Yeah, the monsters are actually sort of programmed to either avoid fights if they are not able to be affected by Wyvern Riot.
Yeah, so like they'll come in, they'll get hit by the other monster, immediately become available for Wyvern Riot, and then you use them to beat the other monster up. Or they just leave.
Apologies on the misunderstanding to our Japanese viewer. I did not realize what we're asking if you could join us to play. Yeah, the reason Basarios has the hard armor is because it doesn't have a whole lot else going on. It's kind of slow, and sometimes its breath weapon straight up doesn't work.
Asthmatic.
Its most effective attack is falling over and trying to roll on top of you.
Apparently,
I'm not sure if it was actually attacking or if it literally just like tripped.
I don't know. I've been fighting Master Rank Basarios, and it can roll for a long time and make some pretty sharp turns.
Good.
hello, Miss Weird Bug Thing. Oh, hey, Jewel Lilies.
That's Arachnoid. It is a baby Arachnikadaki.
The kind of thing that we would have to put the slime filter on.
Probably. But alas, there's no slime filter yet.
Oh, right.
It's only a lap.
Oh, you should come into this little crevice here.
Oh, I don't know where you are.
There's a goodie.
I don't know where.
Back down below where Sarah was.
Oh, I see your name. Yeah. It is kind of shaped like. It is kind of shaped like the. Ah. That is a sword in the ground.
Yes, you should pick it up.
Sarios is low on health. I'm going to avoid killing it until the two of you are done.
Sorry.
It's fine. Yeah, but
Yeah.
another thing that Rise does is in each region, persisting through all quests and such, is there are, I think, 10 of these little hidden messages that you can find as pickups.
Yep.
That are like records of someone who came to study this particular region, or was trying to find out more about the rampage and where it comes from. I still don't have all of them, because those things are hidden.
Yeah, I'll admit, if Izolyn hadn't shown off that one just now, I don't think I would have found it. Wait, what do you mean you can put me to sleep? Thank you.
Oh yeah, it does that. It's like Aragon.
Yep.
That's bullshit.
Gravios and Basarios were the original sleep monsters. They would,
Yeah, they have
release
the
sleep
sleep
gas.
and explosive. Oh, you got the tail.
And this is one of those monsters, like, why do we even bother cutting the tail? That's like a nub.
That's a nublet. It's such a nub that we have to identify it from a regular nub. It's a nublet.
まだな完璧終わりだもらっていくもらってくわよいただいてくよ
This is a stalagmite, or perhaps a stalactite.
I don't know, do we have a word for a horizontal?
Stalagfite. That sounds like some horrifying rock monster name.
Stalagmite sounds like the newest Pokemon. It's a rock type in the next Pokemon gen.
Rock fighting.
It's a rock fighting type.
もらうわよもらっていく
Actually, I think a rock fighting type could work if you were careful with it.
I don't know anything about Pokemon typing or balance, so I don't know.
Fighting is great for a number of normally physically defensive types, except for the fact that physical defense is usually... basically, in theory, fighting should be good for things like rock and steel, but usually rock and steel have enough defense that it doesn't work.
Yeah. And then you get stuff that's like rock ice type, and it's like, oh, that's just times 4 weak to fighting. It doesn't matter anymore.
At that point, yeah, no. At that point, that's just you could get a fucking Machop to go up to it, tap it on the face, and it just shatters.
それではまた
Oh, Hojo wants to go fight Mr. Magnamalo. Mr. Big Bad.
Is
Big
Magna-
mad.
Is Malo.
Are you a jokester?
Anyways,
Anyways,
don't
let
forget
me-
to talk to Hojo, and then also talk to Minota.
Oh, right, yes, talk to Minota. Thank you for reminding me.
I've already
Hellfire
done
would-
that, so I'll wait for you to post the quest.
Well, first let me eat. So Hellfire, on the one hand, yes, I get that Hellfire is gases made from the digestive processes of Magnamalo, but that's basically just ghosts.
Yeah, like, you could explain it as, oh, Magnamalo produces a type of flammable gas during digestion that is then stored, but that doesn't explain, okay, so how does it create lasers? How do the purple flames then come out of its body and follow it around?
Well, you see, shut up.
There's Basario's armor, which has the big pauldrons.
Yeah, the Basarius World of Warcraft armor.
Hold on, I gotta see this. I am a sucker for massive pauldrons.
The massive
Ever since
pauldrons
Metroid.
make you 3 times as wide.
Ever since Metroid Prime, I have been a sucker for the big pauldron.
You didn't really need to fit through doorways, right?
Make your own doorways by just slamming your shoulders into the...
I always remember the,
Oh, no! Those are dumb! I love them!
the Basarios heavy bowgun was basically just a tube,
Ooh.
and then the Great Shield add-on for it, like the shield modification, was like an entire Great Shield the size of your character.
Oh, a tower shield.
Yeah.
Also,
so
yeah,
you'd be holding just a boring-ass, like, tube, single-shot bazooka thing with an entire, like, tower shield slotted over it.
I mean, if it works. And yeah, no, I'm pretty sure... Oh my god, Basarios male pauldrons are just fucking, Damn it, what's that one mobile suit with all the fucking funnels?
Yeah, here it is. Here's the Basarios heavy bowgun.
The Cubile?
Cubile, yes. That's a fucking Cubile, Sholt. That's like if you... No, wait, Cubile's successor, from Unicorn, damn it. But yeah, you could put like a shit ton of funnels in that, and you'd have a similar principle.
Yeah, it's not as dramatic in this one, but in this one, it is still very much just a tube with an entire shield stapled to the end of it.
Which gun is this?
The Rock Eater. It is the Basarios heavy bowgun.
Heavy bowgun, thank you. But yeah, I gotta see this before.
It could pass as a hammer.
I was gonna say that's fucking Havel the Rock if he had a gun.
Yeah.
Shit, that is what Basarios' stuff basically is. Have you ever wanted to be Havel the Rock in Monster Hunter?
Meanwhile, I have swapped out my helmet for a bone helmet, and I have now achieved peak fashion.
Pretty sure the Basarios hammer is just the Basario face on a stick. Yeah.
I gotta see this. I keep saying I gotta see this and then not. No, yeah, that's straight up its face. It's got the eye holes and everything.
Alright, so it's time to fight the loathsome Magnamalo.
The fucking wizard.
No, it's not a wizard. This one's a samurai.
It's a samurai with fucking curse magic. It's a possessed suit of armor.
Yes. But it's basically the Virgil monster.
If Virgil also had a spear.
Like, if it could, it would be doing Summon Sword.
I was gonna say, it would be doing a fucking Judgment Cut.
Yeah, it definitely is more into the 3-point spear more than the katana angle.
Well, the katana is still there, because those are an iconic weapon, it's just the shoulder blades.
Yeah, the arm blades look like katanas, and then the tail is the 3-point
Classic
spear.
Yari. The 3-point spear, yeah. And the horns are, you know, the crest on a typical samurai helmet of particularly high rank.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen,
I would also say
Magnamalo's
that,
armor.
like, it has really broad shoulders and a really thick chest that looks like how those suits of armor are sort of presented, like, on a stand.
Yeah. I mean, they are big, thick suits of armor.
I'm a little sad we're probably not going to get the Magnamalo opening cutscene.
I could leave the room and watch it offline real quick.
Nah. It's just I do like that one because I do feel like it hypes Magnamalo up in a pretty cool way. Say what you will about Magnamalo, but I do think he deserves to be hyped up.
Yeah, and Magnamalo is a really cool... Aesthetically, it is an incredibly cool monster.
No, yeah, that is the kind of thing I look at when you say, okay, what if we made a dragon into a fucking suit of haunted armor that hated you specifically?
And it's also a big cat.
It kind of also has badger-like features, the way it's drawn in the little, quest, listing. But yeah, what if you took a cat, made it a dragon, and then made it into a suit of haunted armor, complete with, the Onibi Will-o'-the-Wisp things?
I love it when Monster Hunter sort of branches out into different styles of animal, because the first game had the horrible, horrible problem in that every single monster was a wyvern.
Yeah.
And so the biggest change that Generation 2 did with, like, Dose and Monster Hunter Freedom and all that was, like, making it weird. Now we've got monkeys. Now we've got crabs.
Now we've got cephalopods.
No,
well, maybe
we
not
don't have any
two,
cephalopods.
Not yet. If I recall, Wild's going to have an octopus thing.
Yeah.
Which does sound cool for all Wild's general everything from what I've heard. I appreciate them being like, what if octopus? Oh, right, and we also have a petroleum fly as a monster, apparently. There's what we also need as a Pokemon, a petroleum fly.
Wait, are you telling me that Rompopolo is supposed to be based on, like, a real type of creature?
Yes, there is a fly that lives in petroleum and eats anything else that gets stuck in it.
Huh, I did not know
Well,
that.
its larvae do. Which is one of those things that I swear if I had not seen someone show it to me, I would have said you were full of shit.
I mean, tar pits have been a thing for a long time. And the most effective way for something to, like, thrive and evolve is to find something that nothing else is eating.
And it turns out no one else is eating the insects that are getting stuck in the very dangerous, very poisonous tar pits. Because, yeah, that's the other thing. Tar pits are incredibly toxic to most insects. And then there's the petroleum fly that's just like, I live here now.
It's free real estate.
I mean, is that not how a lot of evolution happens?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That something it finds an ecological niche by finding free real estate.
But yeah, Rompolo does actually share features with something that is real. So, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, that Hellfire is bullshit. There's no science for that. There's no physics model for this.
Also, it's got really good fucking music.
Yeah, this is good. This is a fucking flagship monster. Wait. Yeah. You just know someone designed this and was like, oh, we got a winner. Ah! Shit. I've been hit by ghosts.
Alright, so you're gonna want to wire that.
Uh-oh. Ow. That shit hurted. Ah yes, the purple, horrifying ghost made of explosions. Wholly scientific. Oh. Hello, Rathalos.
No, that's Rathian.
Rathian, yes. I just saw the general body shape. I didn't notice the color until just now. Either way, mascot.
Wait, no.
Oh, nice. That'll learn it.
Yeah, it doesn't mean we're not
How
going
do
to
you like the backflip?
I don't think the Rathian's very happy about the Magnum Alo.
The Rathian is using girl power to beat the shit out of this cursed suit of armor.
Diversity win! Or, no, wait, does Rathian have girl power? Did Rathian effectively use girl power when it, poisoned your entire hunter crew?
Yeah, so, if you hadn't noticed, Magnum Alo also has a mechanic sort of like Nigel in World, where Hellfire builds up over time on its body parts. And you can get a knockdown on it if you deal enough damage to the parts with Hellfire.
Ow, 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 fire, ow, burn.
So this is where you had the mini Agnactors, the rock doors.
Ah. It's a good thing convection is just a suggestion to hunters.
Well, no. I mean, you do still get burned, so they are at least partially affected. They're just mostly resistant.
Just only by directly
You're
touching
in this game than you are at most, because you don't need cool drinks.
Yeah, this game says, yeah, we're taking out that little bit. You don't need items to ignore these environmental effects you were ignoring the entire time.
Yeah, that's fair. No, see, we're just built different. Built better.
Built in a way that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Also, here, did you see what I did to get up here, Scholar?
No, I did not.
Oh, there's a vent that has wind blowing out of it, and if you stand on top of that, it'll give you an option to use it to get blown upwards.
Ah, I wasn't being patient. Okay. I know, shocker. Possessed Scholar being impatient. Who'd have thunk? Hello, angry samurai cat ghost thing. Uh-oh. Oh! Oh, jeez, it even has the fucking
By the way,
dive
it can double jump.
I didn't know it was Brazilian.
Ah, so the swords on its arms are Muramasas.
Yeah, they're high-frequency
Murasamas.
blades.
Is that why they explode?
Probably.
Now I'm just imagining, like, someone takes a Magnum Alo and puts, like, cybernetics on it. I don't think we want to put cybernetics on Magnum Alo. That sounds like a good way to get your,
So you can see here, its Hellfire has turned pink. I don't remember what it does if it fully powers up?
It
I
gets
think it
more
hurts you.
aggressive attacks, and it has a bunch of things that it can do. Like, it has new moves, essentially. And it has a big multi-explosion dive bomb similar to Nergigante does when it spikes turtle at.
So this really is sort of a best of our flagships, like I saw someone once suggest.
Yeah, see, there you go. Oh, no, I broke the right arm.
Make your own. We need to make our own Scorned. Oh, yep. There we go.
I think that's the head, so now we just need to break the left arm and back.
And
Well, there's
there's
the
the
left.
left arm, so it's just the back remaining.
Remember, if this Magnum Malo survives, it will not be able to get.
Across the head with melee. Well, now it's knocked down.
And there's the back broken.
We've successfully broken every part of this Magnemalo.
Ah, yes, the things on the back. Spiky. Yeah, considering, if I recall from what I've seen, the breakable parts don't grow back if a Magnamalo survives. If this Magnamalo had survived, it would have been so goddamn scorned.
Alright, so I broke off the tail blade, so that can be carved. Yeah. Magna Ghost Prism. Gaseous crystal that emits flammable gas resembling dancing purple flames. But that does not explain where the lasers come from.
Don't worry about it. It just does that.
It just does that.
In fairness, Viserios also has lasers.
Yeah, but Viserius, it doesn't try and justify it. It just goes, hey, this has organs that produce, intense amounts of heat, and it's just a fire blast. This is calling shit like a soul prism and hellfire. And it's very clearly, breaking rules.
Oh, hey, Magnamalo plate.
Very nice.
I did not get any plates, which I think means I will not be able to make a weapon.
Magnamalo Scoot. Shoot. However you pronounce it.
Oh hey, I finally got the awards for 50 quests completed in the lava caverns, and for mounting up on the dog a lot. Doesn't actually specify how many times. That must be hundreds of times holding circle to mount up.
Need to see what Magnamalo stuff looks like.
You get one guess.
Samurai.
Wow, how'd you know?
Lucky guess. That said, I do like how the hammer looks.
Oh yeah, I've got the Magnamalo hammer. I'm working on. I have to unlock Scorned Magnamalo to get the upgraded version.
I could almost make it if I had the scoots. Shoot.
Oh yeah, I'm missing one scoot to make a sinister sword.
I need 3. Sinister hammer.
Yeah, that seems to be the affix for all the Magnamalo weapons. Sinister.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I actually like Magnamalo's armor.
I could make a Magnamalo greatsword, but we're not in Sunbreak yet, so greatsword sucks ass.
I've not used a whole lot of Greatsword in any of the games. What's the problem with it in Rise?
It's greatsword. I
Okay,
don't like how
you'll
slow
have
it
to
is,
elaborate,
but
because as
in
far as
Sunbreak, you
I
get
know,
the passing
Greatsword has been well-liked and decently strong.
Gator, if you're asking what Magnum Malo armor looks like, it basically looks like evil black samurai armor with purple accenting.
I can find it. I'll show it on
Like,
camera.
it's the exact kind of thing you think, like, if you said the evil big bad's like one of the four heavenly generals one of the four heavenly kings of the big bad, that's the kind of armor they'd be wearing.
Yeah, no, you look like the fictional villain in a Koei Tecmo game.
No, yeah, shit, that is it.
You're the bad guy in Neo or the Dynasty Warriors spin-off.
That's a Dynasty Warriors outfit, yeah, if it were like Japanese instead of Chinese. If you weren't doing Romance of the Three Kingdoms.
So
Yeah, if it was
winners are-
Sengoku era. It's Sengoku Basara! It's a Sengoku Basara villain!
Oh my god, you're right. But no, yeah, that is like the armor that, you know, the big bads, one of the big bads, four heavenly kings would be wearing. And you know what? I have to admit, I fucking dig it. I'm not gonna lie. I would wear that. Anyways.
Girls love to dress evil.
Look, if not meant to dress evil, why evil outfits so cool? Why do villains?
Character having like the dark lipstick and such, it's just like, I don't know who exactly this guy is, but I have seen this guy somewhere before.
Look, if villains were not meant to be if I was not meant to dress like villains, why do they get all the good shades of purple and red and other colors that are traditionally evil?
True, purple is a cool-ass color.
It's my favorite!
Same!
Which is why I look at the Magnum Malo armor and I'm like, I want that.
I need... One of the NPCs wants pictures of a Bombaji letting out gas and an Arzuros that's asleep. And of course, the easiest way to get a picture of a Bombaji letting out gas is to kill it.
Ah, yes.
You could just attack it like once, and it'll freak out. Terrible shot variety on the Magnamalo bow, though.
Oh no.
Like, it's weird. The level 1 shot is max power pierce shot. Then the level 2 and level 3 are mid-level spread shots. And then level 4, which you need a skill to unlock, is max level rapid shot. So, like, the level 1 and the level 4 shots are good, but then the level 2 and level 3 charges are kind of weak and not effective at the same range.
That sounds very bad and kind of questionable.
Anyway, now that we've defeated Large Bad, what's next?
特別なクエストご確認ください
Just running around the village talking to all the NPCs that have things to say now.
Oh, right, because,
We should do that.
受注可能なクエストはこちらです
yeah, that should be the introduction to the level 3 hub quests. So now
Yep.
we've got Somnicanth, Gosarag, Tobi Kadachi, Almadron, Mizutsune, Zinogre, Barioth, Tigrex. The usual suspects.
Sir, what the heck is that vase you just put down?
お気をつけて。
What, the melting pot?
Ah, yes.
That allows you to throw garbage into it in order to make new charms. Apparently, Kagero is a returning character from another Monster Hunter game. And his whole deal is, his village was destroyed by Amatsu, which was I think it's like the final boss of Generations?
Whatever introduces Zinogre.
That's Gen 2?
I think that was Gen 4, I believe.
No. You know, I've got the TV tropes up right now.
It was Gen 4.
Gen 3.
Was it Gen 3? It must have been late Gen 3.
Or wait,
Right.
what monster did you say?
Zinogre.
Amatsu.
Amatsu and Tsunogo are Gen 3, yes.
Okay, then it was late into Gen 3.
Yeah. Zinogre. Anyways.
Does that mean Yomogi is also a returning character?
Technically, but not quite, because she wasn't present in the older game. So what we hear from Kagero is that when his village was destroyed by Amatsu, he was entrusted by the queen with making sure her daughter escaped safely. And Yomogi is not present in the other game, but we hear in Rise that Yomogi is that girl that Kagero was supposed to keep safe. So presumably Kagero, after his village was destroyed, dropped baby Yomogi off here in Kamura, then went and showed up in another Monster Hunter game before Rise ever came out. Hi, Riley. Thanks for saying hi. Okay, so don't remember if all the urgent quests are available right, or not the urgent quests, the key quests are all available right out the gate, but I definitely recommend checking out Amatsu and Gos Harag. Gos Harag is a new monster for Rise, and it's really cool. And Mizutsune is a very popular returning monster.
Looks like we do have all of them available. We have 6 key quests to the next rank.
Oh boy.
And I'm guessing that probably around 3 or 4 we'll get another rampage.
Yeah. Seems likely.
Hell be home. And capture a Mizutsune. Capture Soap Dragon.
Oh, yeah, Gator. I do plan on eventually getting back to that. It's just, I have been perpetually distracted. Like, every couple days, I'm thinking like, what should I do today? Oh, I should probably get back and start, continue writing that. But then, like, something else catches my interest, and I just forget to do it.
Oh.
Like, oh, I wanted to do something in Monster Hunter today. Oh, I want to do my dailies in 14 today.
That's how they get you.
It's a good thing I'm not... Like, if I was getting paid for it, or I had, like, a deadline, I would be a lot more focused on getting that done, but because I only have myself to motivate me, I'm just like, I'll get to it when I get to it. Oh, I forgot today, it's fine.
You gotta be Virgil and get motivated.
Fuck Virgil, that guy sucks.
Fair enough. So you gotta be better than Virgil and be even more motivated. That doesn't work though, because just by not being Virgil, you're better than Virgil.
The other part about that is I've also been reading through like all the like character like Bond stories and event stories, and part of me is wondering, when do I take time to like do write-ups of those as interludes, because some of them have like critical story information in them.
That does sound like a question.
Like Rappi and Annis's Bond stories have a lot of really important world building for just the setting of everything. Like Rappi's Bond story goes heavily into like, this is what life is like for commanders. They're part of your responsibilities because the commander is new to their job and doesn't have the full picture of what they need to do or what's expected of them. And Honest spends a lot of time just looking at, hey, this is what life is like in the world now. These are the different parts of the arc and the culture within it. Honest's story is where you first meet Crow, who is one of the like major recurring antagonists. Where you and Honest head out to the outer ring and you just see Crow hanging out.
The biggest bitch.
Or like Nihilister's recruitment story, which has massive lore bombs in it that like tell you so much about like the setting and potential like conflicts in the future. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in, like, supplementary material that's not the main story that is important to the main story, so in addition to planning out just like, okay, how do I want to write this? What, like, CGs are there that I need to screen cap? How should I structure how this is written? I'm also thinking about, like, okay, so after which, like, chapter write-up should I do a write-up of this particular story event, or this character story? Or additional context, or to, you know, make sure people understand what is happening, or providing this information.
I have to admit, I went with Nargacuga.
Ooga.
He's Googer.
Okay, so, like...
What?
The fact that Nargacuga is available in low rank in this game is just... After the world was like, oh, Nargacuga is Master Rank exclusive, and then it Rise, Nargacuga is available in low rank, it feels silly.
Well, you see, the difference is, hunters from, Kamura are not bitch made. We're just built different. Better. We're just built better, though admittedly also kind of baffling. Ah, yes. We're not silly researchers. I have a fondness for Nargacuga, admittedly.
It's a good monster.
Bat, jaguar, dragon thing.
Two unknowns both hanging out in top right.
It's the other monsters in this hunt are Magnamalo and Rathalos.
Ah, another Magnamalo.
Yep. Magnumall's up at the top.
It and Rathalos both are in the very, very furthest end of the map.
Ah. Oh yeah, I see Magnumalo up at the top. Mr. Big Bad himself.
I was thinking more about, like, Try and, like, why they never continued with underwater combat and Monster Hunter. And
Because people are wusses.
well, the thing I was thinking about was that, you know how I always complain about Rathalos? And how Rathalos is in every single game, and I'm so fucking tired of it?
Yeah.
If they had continued, like, have underwater combat in every game following Try, they would have to either make a new water monster. They'd have to make new water monsters pretty much every game going forward. But also, we'd probably be seeing Legiacruz in every single game.
Oh no. Also, I have found it.
Yeah, I don't know why you followed me straight past the Nargacuga, because I was thinking of grabbing Rathalos. But then Rathalos moved, and Magnumalo also moved, so...
I thought there might be something up there.
I'm surprised that Narga did not, like, immediately roar, so I couldn't get my counter to open up. Magnumalo with the theme song interrupt!
Yes.
Oh damn. Magnumalo was kind of... God damn, Magnumalo was kind of whooping Nargacuga's ass.
Yeah, when you do enough Wyvern rides, you tend to see that some monsters are better at fighting other monsters than others, and Magnumalo's really good if you can get a Wyvern ride on it.
So what I'm hearing is Magnumalo lives up to its reputation.
You just do the forward strong attack, and it has 2 hits, so...
Ah, here's an Antidobra. I like it's got a scary face on its hood.
Ah, yes. Arbok.
Also, over here we have some jewels.
Don't know about Trombe Override. I know about Bang Shishigami Override.
I know about Trombe Override.
Where are you going, Scholar? Or did you just take the Great Wire Bugs?
Yes. I felt like great wire bugging my way.
There we go.
I actually managed to roll through them, so yeah.
You did it. Now do it all the time for everything.
Why don't I just get Prime Sure footage?
I guess.
That's a lie. I will never use Prime Sure footage.
Alright, you have a good evening, Gator. Thanks for tuning in.
Have a good night, Gator.
Now that it's 4 a.m.
Who watches a Monster Hunter stream at 4 a.m.?
Oh boy, 4 a.m.
I mean, technically, Gator came here at 2.
Honestly, I'd eat a hamburger at 3 a.m.
God. So there's a skill I got while augmenting my my armor with master rank stuff called Intrepid Heart, and it might be my new favorite skill in the whole series.
Is that the one that inflicts you with Dragon Blade?
No. Intrepid Heart gives you a meter above your health that builds as you land attacks. And when the meter is filled up, the next attack that would cause knockback to you is completely negated.
Like, even the damage?
The damage is massively reduced and the knockback is ignored.
Oh.
So you build up a meter, and when the meter is full, you gain like total super armor.
That does sound good.
And if you get 2 points in it, the upgraded version also causes it to, when that super armor is used up, it further reduces the damage you take and triggers an explosion that hurts the monster.
Oh.
So I don't have the upgraded version on the armor. I just have the 1 point in it. But the fact that it just gives me a free thing of super armor as I'm fighting, kind of intermittently, is really, really nice.
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
Plus, it only triggers if an attack would hit you that would cause knockback. So if I'm using zero-sum discharge and are lashed onto a monster, it won't get consumed because I already have knockback immunity. Or if I'm using, Invincible Gambit, where I have super armor, it doesn't get consumed. So it's very nice for... It specifically makes sure I don't get interrupted when it's possible for me to get interrupted.
The one I was thinking of is from Valstraps. It's like, I think when you're below 80%, it's like it inflicts Dragon Blight on you, but also raises your defenses, I think it is, and also boosts your dragon attack, which is negated.
Yeah, it's called Dragon Heart, and it gives you a massive stat boost when you are afflicted with Dragon Blight, but causes Dragon Blight to essentially turn off all of your non-dragon status and elements.
Well, that's what Dragon Blight already does. It makes it so that it doesn't turn off your dragon. It basically just turns it into a beneficial status as long as you're using a dragon weapon.
Huh.
Hey, Zelkaja.
Hi, Zelkaja. We defeated Large Nasty, and have gotten to the final tier of low-rank hub quests. Things are progressing swimmingly.
Hooray!
That's for all my beetles. Here, you have a beetle. Skull, come here. Beetle. Skull, you didn't catch the beetle.
I didn't know you could. I don't know how to catch a beetle.
Snake!
A snake, a snake. Oh, it's a
Go, my child! Web blast!
Wait, do you have a puppet spider?
Yes.
Oh. You should show the puppet spider to Scholar, because the puppet spider is adorable.
Yes, the next time on the next quest, I will find one, and I will point it out to Scholar. Because they are adorable.
They're so fluffy.
Fluffy.
It is the platonic ideal combination of tarantula and jumping spider.
Let me go check with my mercenaries. Oh, Simri just handed me 30 life powder.
行くか
Oh, the mailman?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that if you send likes and send and receive likes to and from other players during multiplayer, you build up like an invisible counter where Senri's just like, "Hey, good job playing in multiplayer and being nice to other people. Here's some free consumables."
Ah, yes.
The encourage children to get along. Reward.
Teach children about enlightened self-interest.
Heard rumors and offline wild stuff. I'd like to give it another try.
Yeah, I'm really hoping they have a proper demo because the first one was ass.
I would
Yeah,
like to
no,
give
like
it
that,
a try.
Oh boy, that initial Wilds beta, like, that game is not in a releasable state.
Yeah, everything I saw, that looked less like a beta and more like an alpha that was halfway out of alpha. I don't know if that's actually accurate, but it did look bad.
Okay, so I actually heard what was causing the models of monsters and characters to deform so badly. What was happening was, in order to compensate for, like, graphical restraints on lower performance machines, what was happening was, the game was loading in the max distance, like, the max draw distance version of the models, because, based on performance, it thought the models were farther away than they really were.
Ah.
So it was showing you what Raydal looks like when it's like a dot on the horizon. Because it was perceiving that, oh, there's very different, the graphics processing is having trouble, this thing must be very far away, or like, it's rendering things as if they were far away to compensate for, like, the processing load. And that's why we were getting the origami models.
Yeah, like, I think when they made the origami mod for World, it was also just making it use the minimum detail versions.
Yeah, minimum detail, maximum
really...
draw distance.
Yeah, like, Raging Brachydios, I think they commented, actually still has plenty of detail at minimum detail, probably because it only appears in the one single quest, where the only thing there is a Raging Brachydios.
Yeah. And it appears exclusively in the Guiding Lands, which is a much smaller map.
Yeah.
Brachydios.
Znogre.
I like the Thunderdog.
急いで済ませよ
Yeah, I'm definitely kind of still mixed on Wilds, and I'd like to give it another try before I write it off completely.
Yeah.
Because, like, as cool as the homing missile barrage from the bow is, like, that is just a little too far for Monster Hunter for me. It's like, the bow should not do that. I like the piercing arrows and the spread arrows from the older games, but, like, this... Like, I think that anyone that tells me that, like, oh, Wilds is going with the style of the slow Monster Hunter games, is like, your bow is firing a Macross missile barrage. That is not from a slow game.
Since when is the Atano Circus slow? Ah, nullberries.
Procuring Thunderblight.
Ah. No, I was just like, I wonder what this is for.
Yeah, I'm not super keen on Wilds from what I've seen, because it definitely doesn't feel like the Monster Hunters I'm familiar with. It, like, I guess World and Rise are definitely moving more towards trying to have a narrative behind their games, like with the very colorful cast of Kamura, and like getting invested in like why Kamura exists and its problems with like the rampage. It's very much trying to make you feel like there is an actual narrative and story and characters to care about. And World is the same, but I don't think does it quite as well. But you still are overall very, very free and kind of unrestrained in who or what your character is. Like, Rise definitely moves into the kind of direction of sort of telling you the character you're playing. With, like, your relationship with Hinoa and Minato, your origins as being from Kamura. It's definitely, you are creating a character in a preset, mold. But you're still, overall, it's a character of your own creation. And World is very much the same, that you are a character, whatever character you make and decide to play. And there's not a whole lot of, like, writing for your character. But, I don't know, Wilds definitely put me off with having my character talk and go into, like, a Dragon Age-style conversation tree with another person. It's like, no, that's not the kind of game I want to be playing. That's not the kind of character I want in a Monster Hunter game.
I'm not here for that. I'm here to punch monster. I can't believe Zenogre just straight up has Terry Bogard's moveset.
Power Geisa! I mean, it would have a Buster Wolf attack. Oh god, I'm going over the cliff!
You alright down there?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah, Rathian managed to hit Mountain Punisher in a single attack, and I was not expecting that.
I would love it if the Tonfas from, like, Frontier were brought over in a reasonable state, because, yeah, a fist weapon would be really cool.
Tonfas would be nice. I'm less keen on the Magnet Spike. From what I hear, the Magnet Spike was also, like, incredibly overpowered because it just had so many iframes on everything. Like, there's this one attack that people will bring up that has something like 600 motion value, where Greatsword has 200 and something. But the reason for that is because that attack is basically an entire mount in and of itself. So it's actually bad DPS for the Magnet Spike user, because it hits the monster in place for an extended period, and then hits once at the end of it. And that's why that one hit is so hard. But it's incredibly powerful in multiplayer, because every other hunter can wail on the monster in that period, because mounting didn't exist yet. So it was the only thing that could do that. Because, like, basically the way it works, Magnet Spike would build up magnetism on the monster as you attacked it, you know, like melting. And once you had enough, you could do that attack in the monster in place.
I can't believe I died.
Are you okay?
Hey, come on, come on!
The reason he asks, "Are you okay?" is because in just a few seconds, you're not gonna be.
Harry needs to know if he needs to fix that.
Yes!
Alright, tail cut.
依頼達成だな。見えた。
Yo, it's like the aspect of games where players honestly supposed to be characters that literally nothing more. I mean, that's not really what the older Monster Hunter games were. Because the older Monster Hunter games barely had any story. Like, it's been said multiple times, a lot of the Monster Hunter games had the exact same plot of, "Hello, Hunter. There is a monster troubling our village. Can you help us? Good job defeating that monster, Hunter. Now our village is safe. Oh no, but there was a larger monster causing the real problem." And then you defeat that and they play Proof of a Hero. I don't think it is Zelkaja. Like,
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that...
like, Monster Hunter has always been a game about giving you just a whatever excuse to fight a bunch of big, cool fantasy monsters with oversized weapons.
I am fighting a fucking, Thunderwolf with a hammer bigger than I am.
Like, RPGs and narrative-heavy games have existed. Too simple, you don't see the romance I see? No! I understand the appeal of narrative-heavy games, but they're a different style of game than Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is first and foremost an action game about fighting big, crazy fantasy beasts. It does not need a narrative or a really involved story. I'm not asking for a narrative heavy, I'm asking for a narrative period. It doesn't need that! I don't, like, it's the opposite for me. I don't want my Monster Hunter character having a dialogue tree or following some kind of plot other than I'm here to fight monsters. It doesn't need it, but it certainly will hurt. It will hurt! That's what I'm saying! Is the presence... The beta didn't even have a dialogue tree? Yes, it did.
Yeah.
It was like the first thing that happens after you fight Chatacabra. Is you go back to the main camp, and you talk to someone, and there's a set of like dialogue options to learn more about the village.
I need to go get the tail.
Yeah, like a BioWare game.
Or a Bethesda game. Is that what you want? Monster Hunter by Bethesda?
My point is... Listen, my point is that I'm not playing Monster Hunter to have a close-in camera on my character as I walk around a village and talk to people. I'm playing it for a zany arcade action game where I'm hunting dragons with a transforming sword.
I'm here to smack things in the face with a hammer big enough to knock down a house.
The characters around the village make a single noise and a text box appears as they tell me everything they have to say in one shot.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to agree to disagree.
They should have stuck to the funny fake language. I don't know about the funny fake language, because I tried playing a world with Monster Hunter language, and it sounded fucking awful. Because, like, I'm getting these cutscenes where, like, there's subtitles telling me what's happening as characters going like, it's like, okay, this is worse. This is worse than if they were just talking.
It's the sort of thing that works alright when they have one text box and make a single vocal grunt.
Yes.
And it works really, really, really astoundingly bad when they actually have full dialogue.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't want to hear Monster Hunter characters speaking English. Because, like, I'll be real, a lot of Monster Hunter dialogue is cringe.
It is cringe, but it is free.
Like, that's why I put everything to Japanese audio in World and Rise, is... I don't have to hear the cringe English voice acting this way.
I don't mind the English voice acting, but then again, maybe that's just because I've heard worse.
Yeah, I didn't mind the English voice acting, but I think I have Rise in Japanese because supposedly some of the whole live VTubers have some of the voices I think it was.
Only a fool decides cringe things are negative. No! Sometimes it's just, oh, that's kind of cringe and I don't want to listen to it.
Sometimes there is a level of cringe where you have to personally say, not for me.
Yeah, not for me.
It's when you think you have to make it other people's problems that the cringe is bad, that it's a problem, that you have a problem.
Yeah, it's when you get in someone's business, telling them that
They need to hate it too.
The thing they like is cringe, so they need to stop liking it.
You are allowed to have your own opinion. You are not allowed to make your opinion everyone else's problem.
Better weapons, like.
Yeah, I that is one sticking point about
Yeah,
Rise.
I'll give you that one.
Like, the Dongo do not hit the same way that the massive plate of food does in all the other games.
I gotta hand it to Rise. Those massive-ass or not Rise, World. Those massive-ass dishes looked amazing.
Well, that's a little annoying. I had the materials I need for Xenogre sword and shield, but it branches off the Bershaten sword and shield, which I don't have the materials for.
No.
At least in Wilds, the food is presented in an unhinged way. See, that's not a positive for me. That is like, I find the food in Wilds actively disgusting.
Put honey on the fish. Or no, what was it that was being drizzled on the fish that you saw and were like,
Honey,
no!
Yeah, no, it was honey.
Yeah, no. I can imagine a honey glaze, but just raw honey?
Yeah, no, like, the thing that really sets me off about Wilds is, like, the character dropping, like, a fish with its head still on into a pan with, like, a block of cheese, half of which melts onto the pan and gets stuck and isn't actually eaten. And then after that's, like, cooked in the pan, honey's drizzled over it, and the character just grabs it out of the pan and takes a bite out of it, and then they react like, oh man, that's so good. It's like, I don't think you're telling the truth. I think you're getting fucking cramps just thinking about the indigestion that's gonna give you later. Like, I kept seeing that food animation of people making, like, GIFs on Tumblr of the fucking vile food combinations you can get. And the character, like, eating it like, oh, it's so good with that like fucking silent like kind of smile. It's just like I hate this. I don't like what you're saying about my character with this fucking garbage you're making me eat.
This is why hunters are not allowed to make their own food.
I think the funny thing with like the video from like T-Common Shark that had the compilation was like, it starts off like, oh yeah, they go like, oh, this is so good, and it very quickly, without them actually changing instruction at all, just starts looking like, oh.
Was that the one that like got more? It was like, but it gets more unhinged.
Yes.
And it like, yeah, in the Hall of the Mountain King.
Yes, it was that one.
God. What is it about that song that works so well for, oh, this is getting worse by the minute?
Well, because that's the tempo of the song. Is it grows.
Yeah.
It starts very simple and kind of playful, and then gets very, very intense and erratic.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, the Frost Islands are a very nice map. Now,
It's very pretty. I like it.
Over here we have, oh, that's Barryoth.
Okay.
Hello, Barryoth.
I am going to find a puppet spider so that Scholar can see it.
Alright, I'm seeing Barryoth. Bye.
I must Naruto run up this wall.
Here's one.
Oh. I'm normally not one for spiders, but oh, that's adorable. I want to pet it.
I'm almost there. Eh.
Oh, spear birds.
There's also a variant called a marionette spider.
Yeah, that's the one that you use to do the Scorpion Mortal Kombat Get Over Here.
Oh.
I believe is one around.
Puppet Spider's yellow and the Marionette Spider's blue, right?
Yeah, blue, purple-ish. Why can I
Oh,
not
it's best
find-
colors.
Why can I not
And
find
yeah,
that wall?
No, the best color though is purple so dark it's almost black.
So that's where the Ghost Rag is. Well, there's a rock lizard.
Hello, spirit birds.
Oh, that's another point.
I'm not seeing it on the map. I could have swore there was a marionette spider around
Yeah,
here.
I want to say it was somewhere up where I am, but I also do not see a Marionette Spider.
Rockwood. Oh, yes, rock lizard, aka Titanite lizards.
It really is just a Titanite lizard.
No, yeah. It's just the only thing keeping it from really being a Titanite lizard is the overall shape. Oh, hello, Toad. Poison Toad.
Is Jackal included in the list of Nikkei characters who are trans femme? Yes, because Jackal is just wearing a trans flag as a jacket.
No, yeah,
Like she is wearing white, pink, and blue in the exact shades. And that is her entire outfit, is white, pink, and blue. Let's see, what's the full list? Okay, so we've got Rapunzel and Red Shoes, because they are explicitly stated to be priests from the church before they became Nikkeis.
Very explicit, precise wording.
Ah, fuck. There was a fucking monster. There was a small monster in the water that I started to carve when I wanted to wyvern ride.
Although Red Shoes is kind of something women's wrongs.
Yeah. Yeah, Red Shoes is very, very evil.
As an ex-trans film, God, I wish me.
Let's see. So there's Red Shoes and and Rapunzel. There is Privity, because like Privity's whole story is a very transparent like allegory for being trans in the workplace and dealing with transphobic coworkers.
Is she the one that's like nobody knows she's a Nikkei?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's. Oh, so this one just has an ice laser.
Yes, it has an ice laser that it uses on its own arms to create swords and hammers.
Okay, not gonna lie, that's kick-ass. Wait, what? Poison?
Cobra.
Yeah, the remote was probably spat on it.
Son of a... Dicks!
Adney is also on the trans character list because her whole story is how after she became a Nikkei, she was disowned by her family, and how that was traumatic for her. There's Maxwell and Abe, who are both stated to be scientists that work in the field of Nikkei technology, and then chose to become Nikkeis themselves, while having masculine names.
Look, sometimes you don't...
Right, not stay down for very long. It's hard to get much damage in on that.
Sometimes your name just doesn't cause as much repulsion.
Yeah. I thought it was coming at me, so I did the whirlwind. And then it didn't, so it just ran straight past.
You could, I think I could probably make a case for Unwa, because in Unwa's Bond story, she mentions that she was a commander, and then after she died, she became a Nikkei. And the vast majority of commanders are men. Like, we see an offhand mention of a single female commander in a optional side quest.
Ah yes, the token lesbian.
But, like, as part, like, a major part of, like, the culture and story is most commanders are men and all Nikkeis are women, kind of thing. Like, it is very much leaning into, like, there's gender politics happening in Nikkei. So, Unwa being a former commander before she became a Nikkei could be read as being trans femme.
Yeah, very off.
It sure looks like Varioth. Yeah, that's Varioth. Saber-toothed dragon.
Secret technique! Goomba Stomp!
Hey, I mean, Varioth looks like it'd be heavy enough that if it stepped on something, it would hurt.
Well, let's see. I know there were more. Alright, I've already mentioned Red Hood, and how Red Hood's whole thing is that she has major imposter syndrome, feeling she doesn't deserve to be part of the Goddess Squad because she's not a real hero like the rest of them.
Ah yes, a real woman. I mean, a real hero. That's like the trans woman allegory, I feel like.
I know there are more, but my focus is elsewhere as we're playing Monster Hunter, so the full list is not immediately jumping to mind.
Zalkazus is a Sakura's because she can't display she's a Nikkei trans femme to her Yakuza subordinates.
Yeah. Sakura's whole thing was her organization is putting pressure on her to have a kid, so that the Yakuza family has an heir, and she can't tell them I can't have children because I'm trans. I mean a Nikkei. So she's having to so, like, part of her, like, whole story is that, she and the commander fake getting married so that she can tell her subordinates, alright, I got married and we're trying for a baby. Are you happy now?
Yes, until they ask, where's the baby?
You know how it is. In this economy? But yeah, and Sakura also just says that just like knowing that I am a Nikkei would probably raise objections amongst my very traditional conservative organization.
Yeah, that would be kind of a thing with many Yakuza, wouldn't it, from what I understand?
I don't know. Kiryu is cool with it.
Well, that's Kiryu, though. From what I understand, historically, a lot of Yakuza groups have been fairly conservative. Gosharag. Yeah, I like Gosharag.
Yeah, it's a bear that looks like an Oni.
It
the
would
other monster here is also
be here because it's an Oni, wouldn't it?
Oh, that's a Submechan.
Like, it's got the face and everything.
How the hell did the Yakuza survive to get to the Ark anyway? They bought tickets.
Ah, corruption. Oh, hey, is that the Mountain Hag?
No, Gosharag is the Mountain Hag. Somnicanth is the mermaid.
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah, no, it's mentioned that, when the Ark was established, they essentially held a lottery to determine what portion of Earth's remaining human population would get to live. Because there was simply, even with the Ark being as big as it is, there wasn't enough room for the entirety of the surviving human race to stay inside. And so, while some people just kind of accepted that, you know,
sacrifices must be made.
Yeah, that they didn't get in, a lot of people were willing to, like, try and buy or steal tickets, and there was no verification on who was supposed to get in. So, any kind of criminal organization that still existed, had pretty much total, what's the word? Just had free reign to kill or steal as many tickets as they wanted to get their entire group in.
This sounds like the kind of system that heavily benefits the rich and the powerful in some kind of way, whether intentional or not.
Think Nikkeis can perform mitosis? Absolutely not. Like, the whole thing is Nikkeis are heavily controlled and regulated by the central government.
Okay, well, what if that just means they could?
Anything that would allow them any degree of autonomy or independence is like totally like stopped
illegal.
In its tracks.
Being nice to Nikkeis is illegal.
Well, it's not that being nice to them is illegal, it's referring to them as human beings is illegal.
Yeah, but let's be honest.
You can treat the Nikkeis nicely, but they are objects. They are objects and property of the government.
Here's the thing, though. All it would take is one asshole who doesn't like you to decide that you being nice to them in some way is somehow referring to them as human and finding a good excuse for that.
Yeah, no, and that literally happens to the commander. Is someone tries to have the commander assassinated, by insinuating that they are a threat to the stability of the Ark, because they are fomenting insurrection and disobedience in Nikes.
God forbid we be nice to these things. God forbid we be nice to these people. I mean, things.
To the things that we are relying on for survival.
Do you think there's a statement to be made about this South Korean-made game where men are fed into the military-industrial complex where they're taught to treat women as disposable objects? Makes you think!
Funk!
もう少し待って少し待ってくれ
But yeah, no, that is the story of the character named D. Like, her code name is just the letter D. She gets sent to assassinate the commander.
Is she also a Nikkei?
Yes. She is part of the top secret Black Ops Nikkei assassin squad that don't officially exist.
Ah.
Where Nikkeis all have inhibitors that prevent them from killing people. Except for this one squad that the central government doesn't tell you exists, which are absolutely allowed to kill people, and they will just send after anyone that they don't like.
Wait, what the hell?
Also, let's try to capture this Mizitsune for sub-quest.
Oh, right. Oh yeah, the quest. Wait, shit, I have none of the capture materials.
I have a shock trap and train bombs.
Oh, okay.
取るか取られるか
Spirit birds. Bird up.
言うこと聞きな
Oh, did you go melt the monster?
Surprise, Mizutsune! It's Tobi Kadachi!
Snake!
Yay, Tobikadachi!
標的
Yay, Tobi Kadachi. All my homies love Tobi Kadachi. I have to admit, I like the concept of Tobi Kadachi. But I feel like when I fought it, it was kind of a jerk.
恐れ入ったか
Oh well.
Abby, remind me of the grandma I called microbial, leader. And yeah, I have still fucking, I still giggle about microbial grandma.
Microbial grandma?
When I was streaming Nikkei and I was showing off some of the characters, I showed Leader, she's one of the oldest Nikkeis in existence. And she is essentially an engineer and construction worker, and she is very, very tiny. Like, she is extremely short and very slender, and so, when I called her Grandma, and then Zelkaja in chats asked, why is Grandma microbial?
Oh, that's funny. I can't believe we're being attacked by some kind of soap dragon.
A horny soap dragon.
Notice that where having a laser makes sense because it's got a pressure cutter.
Oh my god, it's Metal Gear Rex. Or Ray. I cannot believe it. I mixed up Metal Gear Ray and Metal Gear Rex. I'm a sham!
狙われてんぞ
Why is it soapy?
It secretes a liquid, and the bristles on it, bristly fur, allow it to reduce friction and slide around.
Ah!
Also,
So it's
those red bubbles are dangerous, but the green ones will heal you.
Oh, I just noticed it's also iridescent.
Yeah, because it's kind of like oily.
Yeah. I was gonna say, it kind of looks like some sort of oil, perhaps.
標的にされてる
So, this is another one of those monsters that, like, oh, someone wanted to fuck this thing when it was designed.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything, but it does kind of...
Well, you know about how, oh, Black Diablos are females in heat?
The Mizitsune you hunt are all male Mizitsune indeed.
Well, there... I think the appropriate term is in rut, Because
Oh,
that's the male equivalent to being in heat.
Yeah, but how many people actually make that distinction?
Depends on which fanfics you read.
I feel like I see more... I do not remember where I was going with that, but I did have a point about how certain fanfics that I know of do use Rut more than Heat. I've never actually read...
all the Fated 4 are monsters designed by people with specific taste. The Fated 4 are the ones from... Is that Generations Ultimate? That's like the four Heavenly Kings, essentially. It's like Gammoth, Astalos, Glavenus, and something else, right?
Also, some would say the only way to design a good monster is to want
Oh, and Mizutsune is one. Oh. Yeah, if Mizutsune is in the group, then it's definitely someone's interest.
I mean,
And then Astalos was someone's request for an insect dragon.
I'm gonna be honest, the way this thing looks and acts, and the fact that they're all male, I'm gonna say that this is just the Monster Hunter Dragon equivalent of a femboy.
Obliterate that twink.
I want that twink obliterated.
See, what I see a lot more often in fan works is Mizutsune gets portrayed as the charming Ikemen.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Because it's also has a distinct, it's a fox motif. Mizutsune is meant to be read as a fox dragon. And so the combination
I see
of...
it.
Like, it is a male searching for a mate, it is a fox, it feels like this is someone pining for a handsome fox man to sweep them off their feet.
Oh, Lord, you're right.
Especially since the lore, the outside lore is that, oh, Mizutsune are normally, docile and even, curious and friendly about people, and the only reason you ever hunt them is when a male, goes into rut and becomes, uncommonly aggressive. Like, someone was writing the lore about a fox dragon that they could flirt with, and then remembered, oh wait, I work for Capcom on the Monster Hunter team. I have to make up an excuse why people would hunt this.
Wait, what? Oh shit!
Right over the wall. Repeatedly. I said repeatedly.
I don't know what I'm doing!
There's a tutorial on how to do Wyvern Ride!
I just pushed the button that said launch monster.
Yeah, and then you follow that up with the one that says emergency evade.
Okay, it's ready for capture.
Oh, right, don't kill it.
That explains the weird anthro fan art between Zenogre and Mizutsune.
Of course, when you've got rivals like this, there's always got to be something horny about it.
The oil octopus in Wilds is also sexual in a very specific way. Yeah, the flame octopus also definitely has some implications about it. The thing that gets me specifically about that one is that grab attack that was shown, where it grabs you and then does, the slow sequence of it turning, the valve towards you to blast you with fire at point blank. That has the same energy to me as the lobsters that grab you and stab you to death in Elden Ring. How Miyazaki is going, I design monsters and stuff like this, and I think that's how I want to be killed, because he's a hardcore masochist.
People for the longest time thought, oh, he must be such a sadist. But then they were like, wait, no. And then he basically confirmed it.
Yeah, no, he makes these games hard because he likes picturing himself getting put in a meat grinder.
I think he also has a thing for big women.
Oh yeah, he does. Like it is known.
It is known.
I don't think he can deny it at this point. I don't think he's said anything on the subject, but everyone has just internalized, yeah, Miyazaki has a thing for feet and big women.
And also, getting put into a meat grinder.
Alright, so go check out that Misitsune armor scholar. I
am actually...
The wedding dress. Well, wedding kimono.
But can he defeat Nasu?
Traditional wedding attire. Oh. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's exactly what this is.
Yeah, the Misitsune sword and shield is a fan.
No, Zelkacha. You have to understand. Nasu loves tall women. But Nasu does not have any sense of scale. When Nasu is writing Ryder as being sensitive about her height and feeling like she's tall, it is written in a way where he is in adoration of her. He loves Ryder so much. But he does not know what a tall woman actually looks like, so he writes, oh, she's so tall, at 5'7". I'm 5'7".
I'm 6'2".
I'm like 5'11".
Isn't Shiro also short as hell? Yeah, Shiro is under 5'7". Like, Shiro is like 5'2".
I'm starting to think Nasu is just a short man.
But yeah, no, like, you see it in Fate Extella, where, what is it? Where we get, Altera. Nasu is so horny for giant women. Like, we had King Protea in, Fate Extra CCC, then we got Altera in Fate Extella.
No, technically we got, King Protea proper in, Foxtail.
You're right, in the Foxtail.
She was gonna be in CCC proper.
But yeah, no, like, Nasu very much has a giantess kink. But he just doesn't have any sense of scale. Yeah, no, I'm taller than Shiro. Because Shiro Emiya is 5'4".
Fucking manlet.
Which of course means that, like, Shiro is significantly taller than Saber, so, like, Saber's, like, basically microscopic.
Microbial, I would say.
Taller than Saber.
But yeah, here's the Mizitsune armor.
But no, yeah, I think Nasu just does not know what actual heights are like.
Yeah, no, and that's what pretty much everyone I've talked about Fate with agrees, is that, like, oh, yeah, no, Nasu has no sense of scale. He doesn't actually know what a tall woman looks like, and that's why, like, Ryder is only, like, 5'7", and Quetz, like, caps out at, like, 6 feet even.
Yeah, 180.
I chose to believe, then, that this can be solved if Nasu met a woman that was actually, like, 6 feet tall.
Yeah, Saber is 5 feet short.
I am taller than every woman in Fate Grand Order except Barghest.
And Barghest,
2 centimeters on me.
I suspect Barghest, that's more, Melon than anyone else.
Yeah, no, that is Melon establishing dominance.
And you know what? I respect Melon enough to be like, props, dude. Yes, Barghest, our beloved.
How the hell can I make Rathian armor, but I don't have the stuff for Rathian's sword and shield? Like, I don't even see the Rathian Sword and Shield in the tree, which is like...
The Rathian Sword and Shield starts at high rank.
Ah. Why?
Yeah, no, like, the idea that Shiro somehow grew an extra 7 inches to be as tall as Archer after he was like 16, 17 is insane.
I'm just gonna blame Magic. Magic did it. Somnicat.
Like when you, a lot of times you get to be about your max height by that time. So the idea that Shiro somehow kept getting taller after the events of Fate Stay Night is kind of ridiculous.
He magicked more height. I have never dealt with an Almudron. What are those like?
They are a Leviathan-type monster.
They're what?
They are a Leviathan-type monster, like a big serpent-esque. So, kind of similar to Mizutsune, but they're very, very wiggly. We should fight one so you can see.
You know what? Yeah. Plus, it's about 10:05. That's seems like. Oh, right. I need to eat food.
Your Dango.
Can we? When they ask if you can have something other than Dongo, kicks you out of the village.
Eat your hamburgers, Apollo.
Eat your skewers, Apollo.
Yeah, the
Eat your
Almudron armor
around
is
the
really
traditional
cool.
American Kotatsu, Apollo.
Japanifornia.
Oh right, I'll move on with the robot armor.
Well, it's specifically Common Rider armor. Because it
Won't you
turns,
believe-
it turns your Palamute into a motorcycle.
Oh, but is there any way to do a rider kick?
Well, I mean, Switch Axe has one attack that is like a diving, jump up into a diving diagonal strike, but it's not a kick.
Darn. But yeah, you gotta have the kick if you're gonna be Common Rider. Like, that's just the thing you do. The rider kick.
But yeah, the Almudron armor is definitely going for a tokusatsu mecha aesthetic.
I can respect that. Ah, yes. Very similar body shape to Mizutsune.
But Almudron gets silly with it.
Snaky, too.
Arms are also very hard.
I feel like the tail is also meant to look like a second head.
Maybe? I don't know. I am not familiar with which yokai Almudron is specifically supposed to be evoking.
Well, I just meant in the sense of like how it's holding it and the way it's the parts are drooping down. Kind of looks like a mouth. I just feel like it looks like it's got supposed to be trying to look like it's got a fake head or something.
It's more like a big hand.
Ah, yeah. So is Almudron from Rise specifically, or was it
Yes,
a
it
previous?
is a new monster that was added in Rise.
Alright, then I could probably figure out which yokai it is by looking up fairly easily.
But yeah, its gimmick
Oh,
is that it secretes this kind of like yellow slime that softens the earth and lets it swim through the ground.
Ah. You know, the way its beard looks when it's got the slime going, it kind of looks like it's got seaweed on its face.
Kind of, yeah. And yeah, this is its main gimmick, is it uses
Oh, it's
that...
the one that makes... It's the yokai with the mud ball.
Yep.
I forget what that one's called, but, like, its whole thing is it just polishes a ball of mud.
And yeah, that is what Almudron does. That's what it uses that weird, like, claw at the end of its tail for.
Ah. Ew.
Believe me, Abel, I am trying. It's just... Almudron is probably one of the monsters I struggle with, just because its movements are very difficult for me to keep track of. I have a hard time understanding what Almudron is doing at any given moment.
Yeah, one of the things that gets me also is Almudron's claws. You will bounce off of them, so that's not helpful.
So Kaja brings up Nikke again to bring up Cinderella.
Yeah, I can definitely read a lot of Cinderella's stuff in Nikke as a trans allegory, because a big part of Cinderella's story in the event where she is like finally like sort of fleshed out as a character is she has an issue with being dead named.
Oh.
Is that there was a time in her life where she was not herself, where she was called Anakiro, and that time she spent as Anakiro was traumatic and horrible, and there are people that still call her that, and it's very distressing.
That's about as close as you can get to a dead name without it actually being a fucking dead name.
Yeah. And, like, she has the whole thing of, like, she's very bonded to Abe, who is effectively her mom. And when people, like, talk about Anakiro in front of Abe, Abe is like, don't you fucking call her that. Her name is Cinderella.
Lucky life.
Ooh, grab that. Grab that.
You can see it on the map. It's, they are birds that give you bonuses if you, interact with them.
Pro, it gives us more, part rewards. Grab it.
Yeah, so there are
Obtained a
crows.
Felicicro twig.
Yeah, so there's Felicicros, where they, get the twig from them. You get just more items from your quest rewards. And there's, Fortune Owls, where if you get a feather from them, you just get more money.
Yeah, I got a Fortune Owl earlier.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I think I remember seeing something about the Fortune Owl.
And I think I got a Felicipro last season as well, so...
If I was a Nikke, at least I wouldn't be cursed with the Sisyphean ordeal of facial hair. Real and
God.
true.
Yeah. Every day, laser hair surgery sounds so appealing if it wasn't so expensive. Ow.
Everyone,
Set up
raise your
monsters.
arms and give your facial hair to Mr. LaRoque.
Ah, yes. The spirit beard.
Oh, Diablos.
Yay, Diablos! My friend Diablos!
Oh, hey, relic record.
Man, Diablos is just kicking the shit out of Almudron.
I mean, from what I understand, Diablos are kind of not to be trifled with. Diablos are very angry and very large.
Why is it called Spirit Bomb anyway? Because Goku is using the power of everyone's spirits as an attack. Like, it's straight up for him to... He is drawing on the spiritual energy of the entire world to power the attack.
That's why they lift their arms up and give him his energy. Or give him their energy.
Where does the bomb part come in? It makes a big explosion when he throws it at the enemy.
Yeah,
It's a giant
it's
ball
a
that
big ball that he
explodes.
throws it and then it explodes.
His
He's
bomb
bomb.
is spirit.
Are you jokester?
Yeah, the spirit bomb rarely accomplishes anything.
Which is probably why they never use it. It's one of those attacks that I think you could phrase it as nothing is ever dire enough to necessitate it, but everything that's dire enough to necessitate it is too strong for it.
Yep.
Which is kind of sad. I think it would be funny if just once it did work, but everyone kept expecting it not to, and it's like, no, I think it worked this time.
特別なクエストが来ています。またどうぞ。
How many more, whatchamacallits?
One more.
Alrighty.
We probably got enough time for one more.
Yeah.
We got Toby Kadachi's...
Diablo stuff.
Should what?
Diablo stuff.
Oh, right.
Oh, right, yeah. It's the robot cat girl.
Every single
It's
word
all
in that.
here.
Fuck! Am I that fucking predictable?
Yes.
Fuck!
Hold on, I didn't catch that. What?
It's Valkyr, who is a Warframe, who is a cat girl with big claws.
Ah.
She's also invincible. I need a
Yeah,
Sonic
she's a
can't.
berserker, and her berserker skill makes her invulnerable for the duration.
As long as you can keep it going. Fun fact, it is very easy to keep it going. I hate it. I hate that I'm this predictable because I like it. I almost have the parts for it.
If you'll check out the stream, I'm showing off the Almudron Master Rank.
Oh, it gets purple accenting!
Well, no, that's my personal color set.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
This is
what
the
you're missing
default
is that
color.
right now we aren't allowed to color our armor, but we will unlock that eventually.
Also, fuck. That looks cool. I want that. I want to be a cat girl robot.
頑張ってくださいね
Also, yeah, you can look at the Palamute equipment, and it makes your dog into a motorcycle. Like, you can see the obvious wheel under its chest.
That
Yes. Koraida.
I was gonna. I couldn't think of it. Yes.
It runs. At least right, you asshole.
Oh, and the Palico Almudron armor also makes it a literal robot cat girl.
Beep, boop, meow.
Complete with, like, a skirt and twin tails.
Oh my god. I'm gonna be honest, it looks like if you turned Chaos from Sonic into a robot. It's the floppy ear hands. Fuck though, I like
Miku looking ass. You could probably color it to look like Miku.
Fuck though, I really like the Almudron set.
Oh right, the Magnum Malo set turns your Palamute into a horse.
Well, of course. Any good samurai has a horse. And of course, Nargacuga equipment is ninja. Why does so many stuff want Somnicanth fins?
We should go hunt a Somnicanth about it.
We should.
Let's go kill a mermaid.
Remember, according to Kiara Sessioin, they don't have souls, and so that's not against Buddhism.
Are you really going to take Kiara's word for it?
No, but I felt like it would be funny to bring it up. Remember, actually, no, the weird part is, if I recall what Kiara said about it, all Japanese mermaids do not have souls, but Western mermaids do. Because apparently Western mermaids are actually people, whereas Japanese mermaids just look like people. I'm starting to think Kiara is just fucking with Gudako at that point.
My theory that comes from nowhere but is funny is that Nihilister is a rapture that ate a random Nikke and became transfem. I mean, it's not too far off base, but we know for sure that all heretics were Nikkes that have been integrated with rapture technology. But the kind of Nikke or the person they were before becoming a heretic, we don't know.
順調だな
And, like, in all honesty, like, eaten by a rapture does happen. Like, there are raptures that do, like, very literally prey upon Nikkes and eat them. Like, the first tyrant class you ever fight, the blacksmith, that is what its gimmick is. It captures Nikkes and shoves them into a storage tank where they are broken down and dissolved to be used for parts.
Oh. I don't like that.
Yeah, it's very, very grotesque.
Hi, I've heard about that now. I wish I didn't have to.
Like, the whole reason you fight the blacksmith at the very beginning of Nikke is it grabs Marion, and, the fact there is even a chance that there is time to get her out before it digests her is enough for the commander to go, we have to at least try.
Do you get her out?
Yes, but she's already corrupted by that point. Like, she was corrupted before she got, like, eaten. So it's like, even if you get her out, she's effectively already dead. believe raptors have chaser creatures. Well, I mean, I've been thinking about it, and you could argue that the commander as a character is a chaser because they are into Nikes. And, like, that's how they are perceived by others.
Why do I keep getting put to sleep?
Because that's what Somnicanth does.
Oh, Somna Camp.
Yeah. Also, if you use an energy drink, while you are in the dazed state, you can cancel falling asleep.
I don't think I brought any energy drinks.
You can get some from the supply box at the start.
Ah, right.
Did you not get anything out of the supply box at the start?
No. I should have. I usually do, but for some reason I kind of just wasn't thinking. Well, no, I was thinking, oh boy, monster, fight.
Remind me, can we cut anything from Somnicanth's tail?
No, you cannot cut Somnicanth's tail. You can
Just
break, I believe, its arms, its head frill, and its tail, but you can't cut anything off.
You've already got the head and the tail first, so...
Ah, yes, the commander is a closeted transfem at heart. No wait, in Zelkaja's heart.
I mean, I would also believe that to a degree.
What, the commander is actually secretly a closeted transfem?
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that the commander does that is like, that is... The commander is very definitely queer. In some
That's like
fashion.
a board collection!
Yeah, like, commander, like, straight up owns gay porn, does makeup and stuff, is very... Like, anytime any of the characters in Nikke are talking about, like, any kind of traditionally, like, feminine or girly interest, the commander is, like, right there with them and agreeing with them on it.
You know? You gotta wonder. Thank you, Opie.
Like, there's at least one character who's like, hey, Commander, I got some new, lip gloss. How's it look? It's like, oh yeah, it's nice. Cool. Would you like some? Yeah, put it on me. And it's just like, you spend a few minutes as a character gives the commander some lip gloss.
Zelkaja is calling you out.
Listen, I'll get to it when I get to it. It's hard to get in the mood for creative writing.
So, have you figured out what you're gonna call the hunter yet?
No, that's the problem. Is I keep struggling with, should she have a name or should she just be the hunter?
Obviously, the hunter is transfem, and she hasn't decided on a new name yet.
Yes.
Perfect.
I don't know what I want to be called. I just don't know. I don't want to be called my old name.
Mentioning the hunter's old name is punishable under penalty of death.
That may also be a thinly veiled excuse to make out with the Nikke applying the lip gloss. No, if the commander wants a kiss, the commander will ask for a kiss. This is very much, hey, hold still and stick your lips out so I can apply the lip gloss for you. Or, hey, commander, let's paint our nails. And the commander says, yeah, all right. Oh, it's, like, give me the best you got.
Oh, rampage.
Oh my god, it's the beasties.
As well as the introduction to Apex Monsters.
And Azuros.
Alright, do we want to save that for next time? Because it's just about,
Yeah.
Just about...
Now, I'm going... That said, I am going to actually go talk to Minoto, so I'll be ready. The Blue Apex. Ah, yes, as opposed to the red apex.
Feminine interests are not a sure sign of being trans. Yeah, no, it's obviously not hard evidence, but, like, the fact that there was an effort in the English localization for at least a while to refer to the commander with gender-neutral pronouns, and that occasionally still slips in of referring to them as they, them, instead of he, him.
You could make the argument.
Like, it's why
Yeah.
I have continued to exclusively refer to the commander with they, them. That's what I was introduced to the commander with when I started playing, is the commander was gender neutral. And it wasn't until I, like, played further in that they're going, the commander's supposed to be a man because of, you know, the gender themes present in the story.
Commander is a he, they.
Alright, well, I think that's gonna do it for tonight. Right?
Yep, 10:30 on my end.
Which means that next time we'll finish up with that rampage and go into high rank.
And this time, I will actually be prepared to do the rampage, so we don't have to do it twice.
So, that will be on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Alright, well, thank you for joining us, everyone. I hope you all had fun. I had fun. Did the two of you have fun?
I had fun.
Yep.
Yay! We had fun.
Hey. Fun was had.
Alright, well, until next time, everybody, have a good evening.
Night.
Yep. Thanks for stopping by. We will see you around, and good night.
Bye.
Bye.